most sincerely for honoring our invite today. Today, we are proud to present to you some of our recent achievements in our continued onslaught on crime and criminality across the country. The achievements we're presenting today, the achievements of the Nigeria Police Force, were proudly carried out by the Intelligence Response Team, the IRT of the Force Intelligence Department. And this is in furtherance of the charge of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeoluwagbetokun, PhD, NPM, to officers and men of the force to ensure that crime is brought to the barest minimum. Gentlemen of the press, you would see some arms, you will see some exhibits right before you. These are exhibits that have been recovered in the course of investigation being carried out by the IRT. And today, right in front of you, in the past month, this period covers, the period is over a month, just about a month. So right before you, you will see 7 AK-47 rifles, 2 AK-49 rifles, 5 pump-action rifles, 15 magazines, 1 locally fabricated AK-47 rifle, 1 locally fabricated shotgun, 1 locally fabricated pistol, 1 axe, 6 machetes, 615 rounds of live ammunition of various calibers, and 14 expended cartridges. That's for a period covering a month. But particularly, we have 5 cases, 5 interesting cases we are highlighting today. We'll definitely make the text available to gentlemen of the press immediately after this briefing. First, we have a case of arrest of suspected gun runners. And in this particular case, men of the IRT swung into action after receipt of credible intelligence sometime in August. And this led our operatives into Nasarawa State and Plateau State. And this also led to the arrest of one Bello Lado, aged 40, Jafar Adam, aged 25, Adamu Yusuf, aged 46, and Yusuf Ibrahim, aged 52. And also recovered from these suspects are 2 AK-47 rifles and 21 rounds of live ammunition. The suspects, after being found in possession of these exhibits and arms and ammunition, are assisting in our ongoing investigation to get other members of their syndicates arrested and recover other weapons in their possession. So we can assure you that investigation is ongoing, and definitely they will be arraigned, charged to court at the conclusion of investigation. We also have a similar case number 2 here today. It's also a case of a suspected arm dealer. This time his name is Alaji Bature Mania, aged 46. And we found in his possession 1 AK-47 rifle with magazine. Also, this was acting on, this time around, a petition from concerned citizens of Nasarawa State. And this brings to the fore the importance of members of the community to work together with their police. This was made possible. This suspect is in our custody, and 1 AK-47 rifle has been taken out of circulation. So, acting on this petition from concerned citizens of Nasarawa State, operatives of the IRT conducted an intelligence-led operation, resulting in the arrest of the suspect in Opata Village, Doma local government area of Nasarawa State. The suspect is in our custody. Investigation is actively ongoing, and we can assure Nigerians in general and the people of Nasarawa State in particular that justice will definitely be served. We also have another case here, case number 3, very similar, arrest of a suspected arms supplier. The suspect in this case is Yunana Ilya, aged 34. And this happened on September 27 at about 11 a.m. Operatives of the IRT, acting on intelligence, arrested the suspect in Kanrafi Village, Kaduna State. Our investigation so far has revealed that the suspect conspired in August 2025, that's about 2 months ago, with 3 other accomplices still at large, but who would be soon apprehended in the illegal supply of arms and ammunition to bandits. This our investigation has confirmed. The suspect in our custody is, well, until his arrest, was an active supplier of arms and ammunition to bandits. So we are proud to say that we have cut the supply chain of bandits with this arrest to some extent, and efforts in top gear to arrest all of his associates that are still out there. We also have another case here, case number 4, arrest of notorious arms suppliers and kidnappers. We have 2 suspects for this particular case. We have Yusuf Musa, aged 37, and Muhammadu Jafaru, aged 50. And found in their possession was an AK-49 rifle and 30 rounds of 7.622 mm live ammunition. This also happened in the month of September 18, 2025 at about 11 a.m. Also, following credible intelligence, operatives of the IRT arrested these 2 notorious dealers, this time in Taraba State. Investigations revealed that the suspects are of a network supplying arms to criminal gangs across Plateau, Bauchi, Gombe, Taraba, and Benue States. So I think this should be some sort of relief for residents of this area, these areas mentioned, to know that we are working actively to stem the tide of banditry. We have some suspects in custody and recovered from them, like I said earlier, AK-49 rifle and 30 rounds of ammunition. Further investigation from the IRT team, revealed that some of the supplied arms and ammunition are for other gang members to use during operations of armed robbery, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and attacks against neighboring communities. We assure you that investigation is actively ongoing and this suspect would be arrested, arms recovered, and definitely they will be prosecuted. And last on our list here, we have case number 5, arrest of notorious arms supplier and kidnapper. This time around, the suspect is Alhaji Jibrin Abubakar, aged 40, and found in his possession is one fabricated AK-47 rifle. This happened this month, October, on 6th of October at about 1:15 p.m. Operatives of the IRT acting on intelligence. You would have seen from all I've been reading that a lot of achievements can be recorded once members of the community provide the much needed information and intelligence. So we also use this opportunity to once more call on members of the community to work with their police, support their police, to provide information so that together we can fight crime and insecurity. So this suspect is a resident of Dogonruwan village in Plateau State, and our investigation has revealed that the suspect is a member of a notorious arms supply syndicate operating across Plateau, Bauchi, and Nasarawa states. Like mentioned earlier, a fabricated AK-47 rifle was recovered from him. The suspect has also cooperated with us. He has identified some of his accomplices, and we are getting close to apprehending them. Efforts are ongoing to apprehend them and recover their weapons. So from all of these 5 cases, the weapons recovered from them are here. And for other weapons here, they are weapons that were mobbed up in other operations of the IRT. You know, in some operations, it happens that these suspects or bandits flee and leave their weapons behind, and it's our duty to mop up these arms. So you have them here. So that will be it, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Before we call it a day, we'd like to entertain 1 or 2 questions from you, if any. Siphon Essien, TVC News, is gun running the only prevalent crime within this period? Well, we don't determine the crime that happens out there. All we do is to ensure that we fight headlong crime and criminality. So what we have here is what we have stated. As you have rightly observed, it is mostly gun running. That's what we have. The times we had kidnappers and all of that in our custody, we also let you know. So tomorrow, we don't know what it's going to be. We don't design things out there. And that's why we don't also try to tinker with what we have to force it to look random. It is what it is. So that's how it came this time around. But like I said, I'm going to make this available. You would see that some suspects we have in custody too are actually involved in kidnapping. So it's not just gun running. There's also kidnapping. I even mentioned some suspects that our investigation revealed that they supply arms to people that go into armed robbery and cattle rustling. So this, don't base it on just what you see. The people that have been arrested for having possession of these have also been involved in some of these crimes, like gun running, yes, cattle rustling, and kidnapping. And the total number of suspects. Okay, so let me just give you a summary of the last 1 month, which we're talking about today. We have 9 suspects in our custody. That's for the person that asked the second question. We have 9 suspects in our custody, and we have 2 AK-47 rifles, 2 AK-49 rifles, 1 locally fabricated AK-47 rifle, and 51 rounds of live ammunition of various calibers. And for the third question about the Nnamdi Kanu protest and what's the latest on it, you would remember that 8 people were arrested on Monday in the Transcorp area of Abuja, and they were arrested because they contravened the court order that restricted movement within those areas. Despite several warnings to them not to move into the restricted area, they charged headlong into the area, and like we warned 2 days before the protest in our statement that anybody that contravened the order would be arrested and prosecuted. So like we warned, we actually got them arrested. And 5 others in around Ministry of Finance, also within the restricted area, bringing them to a total of 13. And they were arraigned the very next day. They didn't spend up to 24 hours in our custody. They were arraigned the very next day, and they've been remanded. Today, Sowore has been arrested by the Nigeria Police Force. And you would ask, why was he arrested? It is very simple. The 13 people that were arrested previously all gave their statements, and there is a constant in all of their statements. Every one of them mentioned that one Omoyele Sowore led them into the restricted area in contravention of the court order. So it will be most unfair to charge some people to court and leave the person that led them to commit that more like their leader, the lead protester who told them and took them into the restricted area. And that's why in the spirit of fair play and to ensure that justice is served, Omoyele Sowore was arrested today, and like the others too, he wouldn't spend time with us. He wouldn't spend up to 24 hours with us. Once we wrap up the charges, he's going to be prosecuted. In fact, if everything goes right, our plan is to ensure that he is prosecuted today. He goes to court today. That will be the latest on the Nnamdi Kanu protest. I don't know if there is any other question from any other person. Because of that, thank you very much for making it here today. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.